Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the commentary show. Because it's doing well, because they're having a wonderful day on this 4th October 2025. This is the first video of the day, and we're starting with a bang. What is that bang? It's a Demon Hunter, it's K-pop Demon Hunter. So this is a movie that you possibly heard of. This is a movie that I watched yesterday. I was against watching the movie because I was like, okay, well, this is a kid movie. This is I've produced, but I watched it, and I have to say, weirdly speaking, this is possibly a masterpiece. It is so freaking good. Okay, so and again, we watched this yesterday, so the review is gonna be a bit more complex. What did I love about the movie? Well, the movie in itself, the intro is amazing. It's like, okay, well, there's demon out there, and because there's demon, there is a way to heal, and the way to heal is through songs, which is super nice because it's a peaceful way, which is kind of how can I say this? Energy drink. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're not gonna sing it's not violence, right? So this is super cool. Now, and it's a Korean pop. In Korea, there's a bunch of bands that are super popular. I don't know much about it, but K-pop. So there's a bunch of lady, which I think are Blackpink. There's a bunch of dudes, which are BTS, right? I can't believe I got that. This is not gangster, and it's kind of cool because it's huge there. So you do this in an anime form, and K-pop Demon Hunter is great because it feels like a musical, but at the same time it doesn't feel too musical. So I got some. I'm 32 years old. I got some people who are my age that remember High School Musical. It's sort of it. It's a musical, but there's still a movie behind it. The movie in itself is great. From the songs that are super catchy, I found myself weirdly having a bunch of fun. Now, ultimately speaking, I'll be completely honest. There's two songs that I really enjoyed, which is Soda Pop from the Boys, and what else? La 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 la, and so Demon K-pop Hunter. Okay, cool. So, it's the K-pop. What is the song? There's two songs. It's Golden. Yeah. Golden. It's so freaking good. So basically, these two songs, I'm not gonna lie, they're my favorites. They're quite catchy. Not that the other were not good, but you put those two songs there. Now, here is the beauty of Demon K-pop. It's the universe around them. They're fan, and it's so cool because the highest moments of the movie are the fans. So, for example, the fans that are swarming, and you can tell that what they're doing is good. If it's for demon hunting, first of all, or second of all, and again, the writer possibly my age, and we remember things like Totally Spice, shit like that, right? And even if it was for that, you'd be like, okay, that's kind of cool, right? Ultimately speaking, why that cool is because you have the other band, and it's super nice because the way to vanquish evil is through music, but the way to propagate evil is through music. So, in the middle of the movie, you have another band, a boy band, and they're demons, right? And they're propagating evil. And then there's a K-pop for the next idol. So you basically have a competition of K-pop, which is great. However, you only have those two bands. I would have liked to see more bands, even if it's for a couple seconds, and even if it's a show that they're disgustingly bad. I don't care, but put more band, right? Okay, cool. Now, this is super nice because on the surface, you have good versus evil. The demon versus the demon, right? But ultimately speaking, it's a competition, and in the real world, this matters. First of all, second of all, what I also did like is there's one of my favorite scene is when they come together, and then the fan are shipping them, and like they're telling, hey, this one and this one, and they finding a name, which is really cool because it's very reminiscent of real life. It feels like a musical. It feels like it's totally out there. It feels like it's not real. But there's so many real elements that like, okay, well, I believe and I realize and I see clearly that the inspiration behind it was via the movie. Now, also, I have to be completely honest. The reason why we watch that movie is because Fortnite is going into its fourth mayor, and they're really going for that. So because they're really going for that, um, oh shit, was there a Fortnite live event? I want to be aware. There is some lack, but the lack of it is kind of also the best thing ever. Give me a sec. Daft Punk event. Okay, so the Daft Punk event was the last live event. That's great. That is great. Okay, so the best scene of it, or the best part of the show, is the two main character, which is, I don't remember her name, but the girl with the purple hair, and the main singer, right? And this is so cool because they're kind of the star, right? And it's kind of cool because you see the good versus evil, but then at the same time, it's quite complex. And even for a kid movie, it's quite complex. You got the girl who is part demon, right? And the guy who's part human. The girl is ashamed of her demon because she's like, okay, well, I'm a hunting demon, but I'm one of them, and she keeps keeping this secret, right? And the guy is like, yeah, I'm a demon, and I'm supposed to listen to this guy, but I'm still human. I still remember being a good person. I still remember doing some good things in the world, and I'm a demon, but I don't want to be a demon, sort of things. It's quite complex, and it doesn't make the most sense. But when you realize what the story is about, it's super good. Also, what is really nice is that, for example, right? There's two scenes that I really enjoyed that have direct effect on this. So, for example, the scene where they're meeting fans, the demon guy, he received a letter, and the letter is a kid, and it makes me emotional because it's so sweet. The kid says, "You got a good soul." And the guy said, "That's like, holy shit, I used to have a good soul, you know?" Or the girl, they're coming up, or girl band, they're coming up with songs about killing demons and hunting demons, and she has to be like, "Yo, I'm a fucking demon. People don't know." These two scenes are amazing because again, we got a love story, which is something we want, right? However, it kind of sucks because you're taking so much out of the other characters. Like there's a third member, there's a three member of for the girl band, and there's five members. Two of the members of the boys are twin, and you basically don't hear them. One of them is from the girl. You basically don't hear her. So it take away everything. The ending in itself was kind of cool when it became demon, and when it became demon, I'm sorry, that to me that's funny. When it became demon and they corrupted the land, but at the same time, I would have liked more. See, it's such a good story. It's such a good story. I'm sorry. The ending was kind of shitty, but it wasn't shitty because of couple. So the plan that, okay, you go, guess what? They pretend like they did a switcheroo, and some demon were pretending to be the friends, and they release her. So that means that band is broken, right? And then the girls are like, yo, we don't care. Sorry, I'm emotional because it's so good. The girl's like, we don't care that you're a demon. You're our friends, which is super nice, right? And the song is so good. And then the guy will sacrifice himself. He was like, you know what? This is the one thing I can do that's good, and that's beautiful. It's a really good movie, and I hated myself for loving it, but it's really good. So here we go with K-pop Demon Hunter. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.